Toodaloo.
The Zing people filter. I'll give it a minute or so.
Silly churl, Billy churl.
Oh, that's right. That's what this clip was for.
What clip?
It was a Fortnite clip I took of Mob yeeting me off a mountain with the frickin' Deku Smash. That's a Fortnite clip I took of Mob yeeting me off a mountain with the frickin' Deku Smash.
Well, there's you. There's you. Okay, that's good.
Wanna come over for tea?
There's you. And there's me. Alright. Mike's working.
Ooh.
Oh, ah.
You're gonna see it from my view of what the fuck he did to me.
I am live, by the way, so oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I think this is like the first time I legit had
Dear
you.
Lord, I screamed so loud.
I think it's like first time I had you on stream in a while.
Yeah. Man, now I know how Mob felt when now I know how Mob felt when I punched him off the edging in his world in Minecraft, knocking him into the slime pit, making him lose of all his levels.
I remember because you're showing Samurai.
Yeah, that's when he had the little slime blocks there, and that was either before or after you knocked him in there with. No, I think that was before you knocked him in there with the fishing rod.
No, it was after because I think I remember there being a fence.
Oh yeah, you're right. That there was a fence, and I still found a way to knock him in there.
It's like to be careful, you can still fall in there. And I think that's what he said. I don't remember.
Something like that.
And then you're just basically because I don't think you had your mic on. And you're just basically
No,
like,
I
yeah.
didn't.
You're just basically like this, and he was like, oh, no.
Q Samurai dying in laughter. The best part about it, Rem, is that after he launched me, he got himself knocked and killed.
Alright, where is Yelan's quest? No, not that.
Should be next to Ayato's, I think.
Well, Yelan's story quest, that's what I need to complete.
That's what I'm saying, I think it's next to Ayato's. If you didn't do that, if you didn't do his already.
Yelan's in Leland, not with I, so.
I know, I was talking about, like, if you're going, like, in through the story quest to actually pick one, that's what I was saying.
I was talking about where it is on the map, but yeah, I get you.
Oh, okay, because you already picked it.
Yeah. Okay, it's... Right, no!
Oh my god, I cannot wait for this clip to go on YouTube just to show how much of an asshole Mob was. Getting me damn killed. Getting all of us killed, actually.
Well, alright, let's get this quest over and done with.
Not too long.
Yeah, this is probably going to be like a short stream because I'm Because of certain complications, I am limited in what I could do during the day. I'm not gonna go into them. I will explain once everything is all right. Which I feel is fair.
Yep. I'd say so.
Traveler, Paimon. It's been a long time.
Hello,
I
Hyujin.
would
I think
definitely
that's how
say
you
so.
say your name. Hyujin?
Oh, hey, Horshin.
Hushin. Hushin. Alright.
Fancy meeting you here. How's work these days?
Thanks to the help
I could
of
see
people
why
like
I
you
could see
and
why
colleagues like
Leo
Donnie,
is based on
better all the time.
what is it? Leo is based on what? China
I
or
believe.
Japan?
No, Inazuma is Japan, I believe. I think Leah is China.
Okay.
Because it's celebrating the Lantern Rite, which I think it is a Chinese event, basically.
Yeah, it's their version of Chinese New Year, which
Yeah.
just like the festival we had in Mondstadt was their equivalent to Oktoberfest in Germany.
I've been feeling distracted at work lately. I just feel constantly agitated.
But has something happened, Hyujin?
It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshi position due to health issues.
That makes sense if it's due to health issues.
What's wrong with Uncle Tien?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days. He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional watching it happen to him.
Makes sense.
Anyway,
It's basically
my father's
retirement.
currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea House.
Yep.
Why don't you come pay him a visit with
Got a
me?
little retirement.
He seems very fond of you too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Calculated Gambit. Umbravelous Orcheus. Never been up this way.
Uncle Tien, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea?
Okay, I'm gonna turn up the audio a bit so I can hear it a bit better. I might lower your volume a bit, I don't know.
That you've been traveling all over
That's
the place
fine.
recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
Okay, you're still good.
Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite alright. It's just the years gradually catching up with me.
It's so funny how always when it's me, Mob, and Finna, we just find up and I'm getting the fucking dumbest content out of the
Yeah,
three of us.
yeah, and every time I'm absent, just like, dang it.
As I
Yours
grow
in the
older,
background, and
I'm
it's like,
starting to find
man, I
that
wish I
with
could be there.
many things, though the mind is willing, the
but
flesh is weak.
but it's understandable why.
Especially recently.
Yeah,
Noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels.
Details not provided.
yeah. Details will be explained in the future comings.
I am still
Find
very
out
much
find
in
out
good
next on
standing
PlayStation
as the
Z.
Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
Alright.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, The Tianshu is a rather unique position among the
Oh,
Liyue
man.
Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu
I love
rarely
this clip,
appears
too.
in public. We stay behind the scenes.
This is a clip where I got
planning,
double kill with the
giving
deck you
advice.
smash.
Nice.
So a public selection process would not be suitable.
Don't ask me how.
We also want to keep
Couldn't I
any
tell you?
prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces. So we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons,
I honestly
the
should have gotten that
Tianshu
triple
typically
kill, but the
recommends their
Vegeta
candidate of
moved
choice,
out of the way.
and this is then approved
Oh,
by the
that
other
sucks.
Qixing members.
Or no,
So in other words, you
I think
pick
Mob
someone,
killed their other
and then
teammate.
Lady Keqing, Lady
And then I
Ningguang,
killed a
and the other
Vegeta
Qixing
sololy.
appoint them?
So, yeah. Fun.
Unfortunately,
Between me, Mob, and FNAF, we either get amazing content, like amazing kills, somehow, miraculously, or we hate each other and we're screaming at each other. Because one screwed the other, somehow.
As assessment officer. In fact,
Yelan!
you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
Alright, we're out to see you, Paimon.
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
Come on, DBD. Load up the update faster.
Yelan, how are you?
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for
Yeah,
him.
DBD started their Chinese New Year event.
Yeah.
Fancy joining me? You'll be
I'm
among
waiting
the
for mine to
first
finish
get to know
updating
the
so I
next
can enjoy it.
Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think?
It's a good opportunity.
I think so too. It can't be a bad thing to be
Oh,
on good terms
this
with the new
is
Qixing, right?
Dark.
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian,
Ricochet,
say
why'd
you're
you like
into
that? What the
behind-the-scenes
hell?
planning. My work's of the covert variety
Oh, that's
too.
why you
Don't you think I might
applied
make a
to it.
good
That makes
Tianshu?
sense.
Huh? Yelan,
It
you
was a
want to
tweet
be the
of
next
Sakuna
Tianshu?
took your heart out. Your last saved anime image is your reaction.
Wait, who?
Ricochet, you know, the high flying wrestler.
Alright, and what's the month based off?
No, it's nothing like that. It's Sakuna. I don't know what anime that's from, or he's from. Took your heart out. Your last saved anime image is your reaction.
Oh, that.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that.
opposed to the idea.
I don't know where he's
but I
from.
suspect Ningguang wouldn't
So
let you
put a
go
picture
very
of
easily after
Weiss
how
from
long
Ruby.
you've been working together. So, how about
As their
this?
reaction.
If your investigation reveals that none
That's
of the
funny.
other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead.
Oh
Meet me
my
on the
god,
first
all
floor
these are
when you're
kind
ready.
of funny.
Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
Wait, you own this tea house? Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot. Your family does own this.
You're all set?
Yep.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingguo, and Zhi.
Qinwei, Mingbo, Zhi.
Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur.
Qinwei.
Mingguo
That
works
would
at the
explain.
Liyue
Well,
Ministry
since
of
Liu is
Civil
based off of
Affairs,
China, that would
and
explain why
Zhi
some
is
people's
focused
names
on
are so hard to
study and
pronounce.
I know.
Try to keep all that in mind.
Inazumi's names are not
it doesn't really
that
matter
bad,
if you
but
forget,
some of
since
them
we'll
can
be
be pretty
assessing them
hard.
at Yue High Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingguo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Hey, B-Dog. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it.
Let's leave that until we get to Yue High Pavilion. Alright. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Oh, wait, I forgot what I was supposed to be looking for.
Go!
U-High Pavilion. Let's do the inspection.
Phew. Hup.
Da, 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 da.
Huh?
Oh, cool.
Go!
What?
Phew.
Dead Meat is working on their second annual Dead Meat Horror Awards.
Yep, and they're dead. They're working on
horror films released in 2022.
They're working on the Royal Rumble for I believe this Friday.
Yo, they actually hired a producer to make their award show come to life.
This is a huge occasion, and I don't even get a chair.
Oh my god, that's so funny. It's coming on Samurai's birthday. That's hilarious.
March 19th?
Yeah. That's their target release date.
It's also Adi's birthday.
When's yours? This weekend, right?
This Thursday.
Oh, this Thursday, okay.
Yeah, yeah, 2 more days. January.
Oh, by the way, I saw a thing where it was like, your birth month is the horror game you have to survive in. You're screwed.
What am I?
The original Outlast. You remember that big guy, Chris? Yeah, that game.
I've dealt with all kinds of
people.
But I'm even more screwed. But I'm even more screwed because I gotta deal with Wendigos and Until Dawn. So.
Oh yeah, you also have to survive with a. Yeah, well, that's not the only thing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, guess what Samurai has to deal with?
What does he have to deal with?
Pyramid Head.
Oh dear.
Kevin has to deal with the Dead by Daylight.
I think he has. I think he has a better chance out of all of us.
Bob has Dead Space.
Never need to play.
But he's played that game, so he would know how to survive.
Thank you, Tanya Magellan. I think that's how you say it. Mileagen.
And FNAF got Resident Evil 8.
The one with that vampire lady.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
Thank you. I don't really like playing Dead by Daylight, but my friends do.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process.
Alright.
I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan.
I'm back.
Therefore, these 3 piles of documents
I was sending a
represent
picture
where
to
each
my
candidate
mom because I got
stands
my
on
hair
key
cut today
policy
with her.
issues.
Nice.
There's still some time.
Yeah,
Have
it's a lot
skim through,
shorter now,
get
and
a
I
first impression
freaking
of
love
what each
it.
person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
Alright. The JE's manifesto covers domestic affairs, foreign affairs, and checks and balances all in great detail. The focus seems to be problem solving, provides concise and clear solutions to various problems. It's so thick that you had time to skim through it roughly. Quilling's manifesto. Just as the many commercial issues provide some very penetrating analysis, his views seem to be that regulations and incentives are both indispensable. Okay. Mingbo's manifesto covers domestic affairs quite comprehensive, focusing on people's livelihoods. Okay.
Finished, huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, Chenwei.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces.
Okay.
I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply
Oh my
stating
god,
a
I'm
fact.
so happy with this change they're making. Yes!
What change?
So in DVD, usually to get Merciless Killer, you have to get like all red emblems or whatever. But now they're having to, you just get 4 kills. That's
nice.
it. Oh, thank God!
Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the
that
traveler
makes me
that
so
people
happy.
are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable
Oh cool, the new
level of
tome starts
erudition.
tomorrow. Awesome.
Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please, introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo.
Oh, this is so cool.
I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases.
Wow, impressive.
I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days. My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
It's a nice
You know what?
game.
Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Oh, cool! They gave the plate a Resident Evil 2 cosmetic.
Hello.
Neat.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little
Oh, that
nervous.
scientist's husband, William.
Oh.
What would you like to know?
Oh.
You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from.
Alright. Not everyone likes Resident Evil.
But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, two different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach two very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
Alright.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
Alright, there we go.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
Why do I feel like that's a red herring?
Here's my take on what we just learned.
What is?
As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many
already
excellent
done
ideas
it,
in his
so.
manifesto, which effectively target the big
The
issues.
G guy. He just seems too good to be too good to get the position.
Too good to be true.
Yeah.
Beautiful date.
But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn.
I
He
mean,
doesn't
I'm sure
care much
obviously
about
the
other
first
people's
guy came off
feelings.
as like, whoa.
Arrogant. Yeah.
arrogant, but yet still knowledgeable.
Yep.
Ningguo's plan is more thorough,
Which is
and more
honestly the
measured.
most freaky
You
part
can
for
tell
some
he's
people.
meticulous in his
When
work,
they seem
very
knowledgeable, but they're just
detail-oriented.
like, okay.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what they're
that's
talking
someone you have to
about.
be afraid of. Knowledgeable and arrogant.
Yeah.
Because unlike other people that are arrogant, they know what to do.
But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingguo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yelan.
Last but not least, Zhi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great.
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Alright, let's go back and report. Dun 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 dun. Ba-ba-dum. I'm gonna get some of these silk flowers. Oh, Kevin's online.
Go. With the wind.
With the wind. Uncle Tien. Goldberg's, I feel Goldberg's right. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the stream.
Howdy doody.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
Yeah, I'm currently streaming Yelan's Quest because I wanted to get out of the way and for next time I stream Lantern Rite.
That's fair.
Alright, then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
I just got the notification for it on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now.
I guess your mic's still acting up.
How bad is it?
It's not too bad. It's not hurting my ears.
Those three candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Xin Wei went on to focus on his business, and Ming Guo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Juri was with me for the longest duration.
Ah.
Oh, so how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tian?
Chen Wei was referred to me by an old friend. Ming Guo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Juri, that was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on. Quite. And
So
now,
that's why
all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see. But it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy
Yeah, I'm currently
than
doing
I
Yelan's
used to
story
isn't
quest.
such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend
I would
my
tune into the
days
stream,
doing
but
the
my
old
internet
man
is not that
should
good.
be doing. Going
Then why are you
fishing
here?
whenever I feel like it.
Because I want to talk to my friends. Is that a crime?
Fishing, Uncle Tian.
Well, you just say your internet's not good, so.
Friends?
Okay. You little... I'm trying not to slur too much because YouTube is for babies these days. You can't slur a single time.
You wanna bet about that?
You know what I mean.
I've been here the entire time.
You know what I mean.
But I understand because of YouTube's latest. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to make it funny.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with
He's joking, Tenyu.
required.
We know it's not for babies, but the way it's acting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm joking. The way it's dealing with some of its content creators, yeah.
Oh.
We're all fun and jokes here, it's alright.
Yeah.
We know it's for everyone, but the way it's acting, it seems like it's only aiming towards children at this rate.
Doesn't it?
Eh.
Also,
Jokes like remnant sense of humor.
Jerry purchased a very special recipe.
At least his jokes are better than yours.
Okay. First of all, Shut up.
always
Second,
brings some
that's not
extra
true.
ingredients he prepared in advance.
First of all, no, I will not shut up.
The
Secondly,
addition of
yes, it is
these
true.
makes the soup taste even more wonderful.
I would ask Remnant to back
That
me up here, but
flavor
I know he's
makes
gonna
for a
side against me.
fond memory.
Dude, even you gotta admit that your jokes are god-awfully garbage.
Paimon really wants to
I wouldn't
try
go
it.
that far, jeez.
I would.
Let's get back to the matter at hand.
Yeah.
Well,
Uncle Tien,
you're a bully,
we've
so.
reported back. Do you have a verdict?
Dude, I know I am.
I appointed you as the assessment officer.
Alright, she admits it. We have
I
video
trust
evidence.
your judgment.
Yeah.
Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other
I'm not
considerations.
even trying to win this
and
DBD
make
match,
your
I'm just playing for
final
fun.
decision
That's
only
good.
after a thorough
Fair.
review of each
Well, because their
candidate's
Chinese
talents
New Year
and
event just started, I'm
capabilities.
just trying to have fun here.
Remember,
Yeah, trying not to
you
sweat.
must be thorough.
Understood. Come on.
Well, I
Let's
am
go
trying to do
talk
a
somewhere
challenge.
else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tien. Look after
But you're not
yourself.
going out of your way to ruin other people's day.
Alright, Yelan, what's your decision?
So, it's
Exactly.
gonna be Juri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the
Give
best
me my
speaker.
nice thing.
Easy. Let's
I'm
not
not meaning to go
rush.
back in the locker.
There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you
Okay, you know what? I can see why people like the
something?
new HUD. I can see why.
No,
It's
nothing like
pretty
that.
cool.
The assessment itself is complete.
And Dead by
Yeah.
Let me
Daylight.
give you a word of advice.
Yeah, now the side hub actually
Things
tells you what
are not
everyone's
always
doing.
as they appear.
Like who's actually being chased.
That's what I was saying, Yelan. Things are not always as they appear. That's what I was saying earlier.
The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is
Everyone
almost
loves
always hidden
chest.
beneath many layers of deception.
Oh, wait, that's from the new
You
end.
have to
I
get
don't want to do that
information
yet.
from many different channels. For example,
I get assaulted by a freaking
Wen Yuan,
ruin creator.
Shanghua.
Yes?
Oh, wait, what?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Where you two come from?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
That's what I want to know, Paimon.
Did they scare you? These two are Wen Yuan and Shanghua. They work for me.
Okay, I could tell. So...
As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wen Yuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Wu Pei, who's not here right now.
Wu Pei.
That meathead must have been out there on sea
Well,
surveillance
this person
for
was
some
acting
time now.
blind as ever.
Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down.
Alright,
Certainly not a
Nia.
little
Down to the
wind and
basement we
waves.
go.
Shanghua,
Da-da-da-da-da.
visit all the commerce guilds and look into
Move it,
Qianwei's
Jake.
background. Wen Yuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Jur-E, well, obviously as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating
Okay,
him
and if
ourselves.
the people
Let's go to
finish
the
a
docks
gen
first.
further away
Lots of
from you,
people
the
passing through there.
noise that
We
it
can
makes
find out all
when
kinds
it's
of
finished
things.
is kind of
If
quieter.
you're looking for information,
Okay.
why don't we try talking
Neat.
to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique?
Oh,
He
that's
does
even
business
cooler.
at the
You don't
North
have to
Wharf.
find the envelopes.
Maybe he has some news for us.
Someone else has to only.
That's actually not a bad idea.
This is
Let's go and
cool.
ask
I'm really liking this actually.
Alright, candidate analysis. Go to North
English.
Wharf.
English, do you speak it?
What's this north I speak of?
Huh? What's Bulai doing here today?
Sounds Swedish.
No.
Okay, Bulai, what are you doing?
Oh, by the way,
Look,
Queen,
Your
I learned
asking
something
price for this
interesting the other
match
day.
is just too high.
Zhong Li
I
and
can't buy
Torbjorn
it
from
at this
Overwatch
price. How
share
am I
the same
supposed
voice
to turn
actor.
a profit?
What a difference!
I know.
Well, the voice actor also plays one major villain in Persona 5.
Yeah, I think you were saying that.
Yep, Keith Silverstein plays Masayo The Masayo Shishido.
He's doing hype.
Yeah. Venti's voice actor also plays On.
Oh, nice.
They got a lot of good people.
Yeah, and the most prominent one is Ito and Ryuji.
Yeah, we all know, because you guys signature.
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Okay, I don't want
Even so. All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us wants that.
Okay, this might just be the coolest
well,
update ever.
When you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price.
So you know how usually you have to
stock.
wait to see if you got any
Sell a
progress towards your
single
archive
one to
challenge?
Second Life.
Well, you wouldn't know that, but Revenant would know a little bit about that.
Kind of.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Well now, instead of having to wait until like the point calculation is over or whatever, it actually gives you a little progress thing on the side, on the left, up top, which is really cool. It's pretty cool, actually.
Hey.
And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
I got more than enough in my bag. I got more than enough since that, yes.
We want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family.
Wow.
He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and... oh, how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Why is he sounding too good to be true? He's doing all these things.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Yelan. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
Sorry, Bully. Is this a stealth
I
mission?
understand. Let's walk and talk.
If you mean follow him and listen, then yes.
So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is...
What's the hurry? Don't get too close, or he'll see you.
I'm behind boxes!
That's what I said.
You can't get close, though. That's the problem.
Ah!
Which is stupid.
Yeah, I failed it the first time, too.
I was behind boxes!
Try not
You
to
gotta
let him
keep
see
your
you.
distance while keeping the boxes between you.
I understand.
Yeah, otherwise he'll
Let's
feel like
walk
he's
and
being
talk.
watched. Stupid. But whatever, that's just what it is.
I had some mention for you.
So,
Logic
you
no
were
work.
looking to buy a wineware set?
Not mine where.
Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Well, that was it? Seriously?
Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Do we have to? Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianshu yourself.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys.
Thank you, Yelan?
You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
Oh, now you're... Okay, now you're just bribing Paimon, okay.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah, all you gotta say is free food or money.
She just did. Just like, you can get all the free food that you want. She's just like, really? Let's go!
Oh, I know.
Good gosh, Paimon.
She's literally a freaking greedy glutton. It's literally what she is.
2 of the 7 deadly sins. She's the embodiment of both.
Yep.
Well, 3 if you count sloth.
Yeah, so yeah, Paimon was accusing Yelan of wanting to get the position. Then Yelan just turns it back to like, you can get all the free food that you want. Just like,
deal.
What?
You got my support.
If I ever run for mayor, I know how to win Paimon over.
Yeah. If you ever get into an argument, you know how to win her back.
Food. Or money.
Food,
The
treasure.
wharf is as busy as ever.
Money.
Food.
I'm sure the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Uncle Soon, not Uncle Son, Uncle Soon.
Kind of like how it was your character's name is Sushi.
Alright.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Wow.
Sorry to interrupt.
I made that
We're
joke
actually
once.
members
So
of
triggered by it.
the Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about... We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid.
Well, I suppose it comes with their job.
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Alright, let's keep asking around.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for 1 or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry.
Seriously? You didn't mend yourself? What are you, an idiot?
We're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow, she switched identity again.
It comes with the territory considering her job line, which is secret.
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey.
Oops.
We've heard about a certain
Damn it.
Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me.
Try this new killer that I got not too long ago.
I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish
He
at
uses
low
a gun,
prices,
which
but
is
it wouldn't
really
surprise me
difficult to
if
get a
it was
grasp
him.
of.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor.
Yeah, you play Fortnite.
His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic
I would think
father
that would
still
help me,
owed
but
a huge
apparently
amount of
not.
debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a
Wait,
kid when
Ruby
he first
Volume
came
9
to the
official
wharf.
trailer?
His clothes were ragged, and
Yep.
he had a bandage wrapped around his head.
Surprised that's still going.
Well, it's still got a big fan base.
I know. But like I said, I've fallen off that fan base like around volume 5.
Yeah, I think you said 5 or 6.
It was. I know it was after the Knuckle Leave.
This is gibberish to me.
I think it's pronounced Knuckleavi, mister.
Whatever, the Knuckle Leave. I think I know it was because that was the last one I watched. I just can't remember what volume that was.
And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean,
you don't
he
need
can
to hold
afford
it.
to
That's
eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So, I wouldn't be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business.
Can y'all stop putting up boons like Jesus Christ?
Now put up all the boons.
You'd rather he didn't know?
No!
Well,
yes.
I spoke to him once.
You don't even play, so shut up!
And I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people
I'm
think.
entitled to my
I think he has pretty
opinion.
low self-esteem. But hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people
English?
to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just
If you
wouldn't want to
don't
upset him,
play,
that's all.
then you don't know.
I see.
I
Well,
know,
Thank you for
but
sharing
I
that
don't
with us.
Not a
play.
problem. And just for
That
the record,
is not
there's
how it
absolutely
works.
nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Oh, son of
have
a...
a lot of
I hit the
mora to his
wall.
name. Okay, let's keep going.
Alright, let's get some more info on this guy.
Hello, Catherine. I'm here for my rewards.
Dugo Shao?
Hey, it's you guys. Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah. Honored to meet you.
Who are you, kid?
What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Alright.
Really?
Yeah,
people said I know everything there is to know?
Huh?
Of course. We also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about.
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Jur-E?
These motherfuckers, I swear to God.
Wait a minute,
Sure
it's been
have.
exactly
You mean
80
that
wishes
guy that
since
all
my
the
last
grown-ups are
5-star
talking
next
about
standard.
these days? I've heard many tales of Jury. For example,
Well.
Well, I better get one from this.
Damn.
Probably because
I
it's
did.
nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword-fighting heroes.
Oh, I can completely understand
Finally, the
that.
wolf's
Then
gravestone!
let me ask
Finally!
you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started
I've been
talking
wanting this
about
weapon for so
Jur-E?
long.
Oh yeah, I
You've
know
never
that.
gotten it before?
It was about 2
No.
or 3 months ago.
It's one of the 5 stars you can
Before
only
that,
get from banners.
People always used to talk about
The standard
Jury
one, mostly.
in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2
No,
or 3
that
months
one
ago,
is-
suddenly everyone started to
Claymore.
like him.
Huh?
Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that
No, I
people
know,
are
but
starting
is
to
it like,
like him
like
now.
who does it usually belong to as well?
Just as I
I see a
thought.
lot of people using it
Huh?
with D-Luke.
What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and
Let's
virtuous
see.
as the legends claim.
I'm not that great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, one other thing.
Long
These
sword
days,
used by the
there's
wolf
a lot
thing.
of people I've never seen before
Perfect for
talking
me.
about jury stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Came endowed with legendary power owing to his friendship with the wolves.
Oh, definitely.
Great.
That sounds
So
like
next
something
time
you'd
I
give
see
to
them, I'll say
Razor.
hi. And I guess
well,
I
it can
can
work
share
with any
some of my
Claymore
candies
character.
with them too.
Certainly.
Its boost
You can
it
also
boosts
tell my
attack
friend
with
in Yenshang Tea
everything.
House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well,
Oh
Master
crap, it uses
Dugu.
chains.
Until we meet again.
Oof.
Okay then.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? What was strange about it? Juyi seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gao spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Exactly.
Too good to be true? What do you mean?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top, if you ask me. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor. None of these are recent events. So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign. Right. And that changes
Ah.
everything. It could mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu at Xixing. That's the worst-case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we do? Even if we asked Jiri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan.
Hopefully you
Remember
do,
the current
Yelan.
affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Jur-E's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
To the tea house.
To the tea house.
Who's that skulking around?
Yelan has an... Ah, damn. Yelan has an inkling.
Rumi.
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics.
No.
Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
No, I'm not dead.
I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
I thought you said there was no time limit.
We better hurry.
Whatever else Uncle Tien might think of Jur-E, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be
No, they're in,
obvious.
like...
We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Yeah, they're one of the ones that are in Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Well, should mainly say Wednesdays and Saturdays because everything's in on
Even though
Sundays.
Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
C. Due to a variety of factors, sea storms have become strong in recent years. Objects are set up a special patrol unit to deal with sea monsters. The fleet should consist of the following. Coastal defense. Rock. Chile's folklore suggests that Rex Lapis left a great deal of wealth in the mountains of Liwa. However, due to obstacles hindering the excavation operation of the chasm, many projects have been called off. Workers at Blackwood Forge have been idle near the Golden House for a long time now. They should be given the first refusal if civil project arises. Roads. Treacherous terrain around Hegan, Stone Forest, and Jingyan Peak means the area has weak transport links. The sheer mountain peaks are connected only by a rope bridge. They are dangerous to walk on and wholly unsuited to circulation of goods. These areas are rich in the medical earth and ore deposits, building a road. Oh, look
Oh,
at
this reading is giving Paimon a headache. Let's take a break.
Yeah, looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers!
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Nice. Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Qianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all.
Wow.
Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make mora, but instead...
to validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experimentation.
I'm back! Huh? Ah, how come you're here?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills, and am always one step ahead of the competition. Well, when you're the competition, at least.
Whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. If I hadn't had something else to take care of on the way, I would have been back long before you. Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Mingbua.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbua struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of
Well,
Civil
these
Affairs
survivors fail to understand
at
that
all
they gotta come upstairs
exaggerated?
to me for all these
I don't
gens
believe so.
that are
Mingbua
left.
is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Mingbua to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. People feel much more confident in something if it has his stamp of approval.
That's good to hear, Yelan.
And also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbua gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
I see.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that. I'm starting to get it now.
Thank you both. You're free to go now.
Oh, damn, this is hard.
So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
We still have a bit left.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Cheongshu Pool redevelopment plan. Cheongshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Cheongshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend. Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions. Did you find anything?
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto? Oh yeah! Juri said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Juri wants the Blackcliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Qingshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Juri's secret supporter?
No, not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
Alright then.
Qianwei and Ningbo both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
Most likely. To the Blackcliff Forge.
Which is funny because that's what the that's weapons you can actually buy out of that set. Yeah, for the Stardust, I think it is, or Star Glitter, whatever it is.
I don't remember. Whee!
This is the Blackcliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Nothing I know happened today. Nothing I know happened today. Payday 3 new.
What's this? A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Juri recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of
I'm just listening to Yelan.
It was a clever move.
I could do that all day. I mean, what?
You know you
When
could.
you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure.
Cap! And it's funny because aren't you trying to keep remnants safe for YouTube?
I'm not saying anything.
Who's really behind all this?
That's a
Dude.
question for the newcomers. But
Seriously.
let's start with
I'm
that
not
walker
using
over
any
there
words.
for now.
No, but you're using very vivid imagery.
Yeah. Alright,
We get it. We get it. You got mommy issues.
Iron Shoulder. Are you a Paradox Pokemon?
Ask you about the newcomers.
The Paradox of freaking Agi-Slash.
You want them to teach you something?
Iron Shoulder.
No, instead of it being a freaking sword and shield, it's freaking
a suit of armor.
Knight armor. Yeah, it's a suit of armor.
I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills.
The real Iron Fist should have been Paradox Machamp.
My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious.
Alright.
Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
Following the footprints, following the footprints.
Wait, that away! Hurry, we gotta catch up!
Yep.
Follow the footprints, follow the footprints. Let's go to the footprints. Da 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 da.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
We will see, Paimon. We will see.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
I feel like Paimon enjoys asking freaking 20 million questions a day. That's just me.
She's a curious one.
You think?
The footprints stop.
Calling her curious, that's a freaking understatement.
Be glad she's not as intelligent as Nahida with all that curiosity.
Their destination was that abandoned house.
Jeez.
And obnoxious that is Paimon.
No. Oh. Nahida's the only one that can possess that knowledge.
Mm-hmm. MB is adorable as she is.
Or, if you want to say the word correctly, knowledge.
Knowledge. Here in my garage.
Yeah, my new Lamborghini.
So someone was, I guess, sleeping here?
Wait, Kevin, are you in your new Lamborghini?
Yeah. Sitting here eating all these boxes of macaroni.
I laugh when he said I eat a box of macaroni every day.
Just chilling in my garage with my new dry martini.
I'm in the bathroom holding my weenie.
What are you doing in here?
And that's it. It just cuts after that.
How did you get in here?
This is gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for.
I'll be back.
All the evidence has been destroyed.
I swear.
Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the
I'll be back in a little while. I gotta take care of some stuff.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else, to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where a trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Really? Pilot can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go check.
I'm back.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi.
Alright, I smell a very gentle fragrance.
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate, where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see.
Schneznaya.
Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind.
We got the Fatui.
Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-Yi's regular contacts. Since Jur-Yi likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Blackcliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-Yi before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out.
Wow.
When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Blackcliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Well, Uncle Tian said that Jur-Yi once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-Yi, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yohai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
Yelan, you sneaky son of a gun.
Yep.
Let's go to UI Pavilion and wait till the following day. I know Yelan's a crafty son of a chicken nugget, I'll give her that. Because of when I met her in the chasm, she is crafty as heck.
I just realized this guy's name is Why Hate Me.
Why you hate me?
No, not why you hate me, just why hate me.
I hate me.
Amazing English, David. Amazing English.
Why hate me? I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I might need a new controller soon.
Trust me, I do too.
No, like I could not be moving, and all of a sudden my thing just makes me look up. So it makes aiming really hard.
Trust me,
No.
I just go forward every now and then.
I do that too sometimes. But with like, I mean, like with Dead by Daylight, you kind of have to always be moving forward because you're walking. But every now and again, I like jolt up when I'm aiming, so it's like so hard.
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingguo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Zhi is evenly balanced across the board, and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Zhi to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents. Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tian proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Zhi seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, Traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Yelan, because I'm getting stuck here with these two idiots.
We finally got rid of them.
Lady Yelan, Zhi has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Zhi really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Alright, the Feiyun Slope.
Sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's sportness? I guess Zhi didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Xinyue kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then. But without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinue Kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually.
Yeah.
The key is figuring out what he's trying to achieve. Let's go to Shinue Kiosk.
Shinue Kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques.
Oh yeah, because he was... Yeah. How do I get out of here? There we go. I've never been in here before. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Whee! Linlong!
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. Zhi ordered a wineware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Zhi's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Zhi picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Zhi has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a little.
Don't worry, price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jur-E's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Jur-E bought 2.
Okay. Thanks, Lean Long. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. Alright, see you next time.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol because of what it did to his father. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Jur-E's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status, hence the need for expensive-looking wineware. Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move? If so, you can count me in.
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jur-E may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jur-E bought that liquor for and follow them instead!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Jur-E might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yenshang Tea House.
To the tea house, to the tea house. Do, 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 do. Go.
Perfect timing. Wen Yuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his manifesto.
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
The Jinxa Pool. Do I have a teleport waypoint over there? And close by.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Do, 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 do.
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me.
Ooh. Oh, here we go.
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Alright, let's go in. Alright, now I get to try Yelan.
Busted.
All hail.
Gotcha.
Chop. I'll settle this. Born of ice and frost.
As I expected, but this shouldn't be too much trouble.
Ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
Let's go.
Huh?
Busted.
Access denied. Stand with me.
Gather. This is order.
Is this just a chest room? Okay then. Where do I go? Oh yeah, I see now. Up on the left, up in the pond.
Quietly now.
Higher, higher, pants on fire!
Take it easy. Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Da 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 da.
Take it easy. The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Nice.
Take it easy.
Where is that? I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted by something. Oh, this. Okay. There we go. I understand.
The door is open. Let's go. Dissipate.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Alright, let's go.
Quietly now.
Order guide you.
Stand with me.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Oh, sorry, that went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this strong before. It'll take me some getting used to.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Oh. Okay.
Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work. But, I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison, and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup. What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result. How did you think of that?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tien Shu.
Okay.
Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct. Aside from Qing Shu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tien hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Jurye's doing. What a nasty guy. Seize him!
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Excellent liquor. We've, seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qing Shu Pool. It's been a real headache for me. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Juryi. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time. Just look at your two competitors. Qianwei had wealth. Mingbo had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time. So the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera?
Plenty.
Get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Whoa, this is the good stuff. It is great. Huh? What the?
Huh?
You poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this. Mark my words.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives. The ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by... It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Jur-E, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight. After I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom of this.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second in command, Theophan?
How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
Traitor! Juri, you...
Shh. Relax. It's over.
Dear.
After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice or about to be taken out of the picture. Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusabab.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan. I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
No, really,
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability.
No, we actually managed to follow you.
Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think?
Nah. Whole Uncle Tien thing.
Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
Exactly.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity. Even if you'd done nothing at all, out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. You're not worthy anymore.
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan. But you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, And don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshan Tea House tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry, as long as they're willing to cooperate, this will be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
Alright, thank you, Yelan. Following day at 8 a.m. Alright. Let's go to the tea house. We're the tea house.
One client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
Yeah.
Go.
Alright, I forgot. Up here.
There is now no poison left in his system, but recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
Hey, Baiju, how have you been? We're still waiting for you to be a character.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom-seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
I forgot, your snake can talk!
Uncle Tien will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. You're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it. Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Yay!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tien. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Qianwei and Mingguo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tien not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tien. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yue High Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tien?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda, so I secretly investigated him. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed.
Yep.
But when did... I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things. What I really admired about Juri was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Juri was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Shinue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Juri would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
Wow.
That's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
How is Juri now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Juri's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tien? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process.
Yes.
With Yusupov in our hands, and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second in command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away, but knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
Yeah.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself?
Regrador.
I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yinshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that. I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement, although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days, and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out.
Of course.
But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
Time flies so fast. Before you know it, Lanterite's almost here again. The people of Liyue must have already started preparing for the most important festival of the year, right? Hopefully Paimon will be able to check out tons of great food again this year. Anyway, let's go to Liyue Harbor and see what's up.
That will be for whenever I can get to it.
What would you like to know?
About
something I've said to Jury, Qinwei, and Mingguo before.
That was
that
nice.
While cunning and scheming are quite crucial, even more important than this is staying true to yourself. Jury and Ambassador Yusupov each saw each other as a means to an end. They thought that if they could just outsmart their opponent, they would emerge the final victor.
Yelan said if you...
In the eyes of Yelan and Regrettor, they are but pawns in a much bigger game.
Yelan said if you had any questions, go and ask him.
Scheming is an endless endeavor. If you can't cope with it, you're better off staying out of it. It gives you a much clearer view in any case. Everyone has self-interest, but you cannot let it be your master. So, don't fight over fleeting gains and losses. Rather, focus on the direction your heart is leading you, and keep moving forward. What would you like to know? I first met Yelan when she was very young. Even back then, she was extremely tough, and she kept her cards close to her chest. An old friend of mine once privately commented to me that Yelan is always smiling, but never with her eyes. She is a very dangerous person. Something of an exaggeration in my view. At least, I know she would never hurt the people she trusts.
Yeah.
What would you like to know?
Regrettor
is the 9th of the Fatui Harbingers, though likely the first among them where wealth is concerned.
Regrettor is the 9th. So now we know that... Alright, so... Child is 11th, Regrettor is 9th, Signor was 8th, and... Scaramouche was 6th. And Doctor is 2nd. So we know 5 of the Fatui's ranks.
However, his wealth is not a mere question of how much more he has to his name. He has a very unique understanding of wealth. And what he's planning may very well shake the world to its core. Beyond that, I don't have a lot of information about him. If you need to know more in the future, you can ask Ningguang. What would you like to know?
About the next teen show.
As Yelan says, now that I'm on the mend, I should have another few years worth of work in me. During this time, I plan to gradually hand over my duties while mentoring some new candidates. Ha! That reminds me. Chen Wei and Ming Guo are still waiting downstairs. I must go and have a chat with them shortly.
Alright.
So Jerry is already in prison, I guess?
You think? He poisoned Uncle Tien. I still can't believe he'd do that. Why the long face?
I know.
Nothing. I think it's a great shame. I always thought he's very smart. If he became Tianshu, he'd be able to accomplish many things I could never hope to.
Don't feel bad. I'll admit he was a strong contender, but give me 3 years and I'll overtake him. When I become Tianshu, I'll make you my deputy. Like the sound of that?
Start by working on your temperamental issues. If you can't keep your cool, your work will suffer. Right now, you still have a long way to go before you'll be eligible to take the Tianshu position.
I'll get there, one step at a time. And then, before you know it, there'll come a day when you won't be able to find a single flaw in me or my work. First things first, though. Let's go and talk to Uncle Tien.
Well, that is it for Yelan's quest. Don't go there yet, because I'm gonna... Yep. There.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I just finished Yelan's quest.
Nice.
Freaking G had everything going for him. Just decided to throw it all away. Ah, but this side looks very beautiful. This is why I like leeway at night. Just the night sky and the lanterns. Next time when I stream, hopefully within the 12 days, I could stream this and do what I need to do. But for now, I think that's it, because I'm limited on time. Like I said, I will explain when everything gets better, I guess. But for now, I hope all your mentals enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment down below when this is intended for video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Kevin's not sure when it'll be.